All right, everybody. So we had our Fallout drama with Xbox recently, where it looks like Xbox is in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
What? Oh,
Financially,
really?
things ain't going well, and every website is freaking formatted differently.
No.
Professional.
Professional.
So we got something interesting this week. Seamus, I don't know. Blackley,
Seamus.
one of the creators of Xbox, he believes that the recent shakeup with the heads of Xbox is basically the beginning of the end for Microsoft's gaming business. According to him, because of this shift, they're going to essentially start to sunset Xbox.
Oh.
That's kind of what we were talking
Oh my
about
God.
last time.
Well, I don't think this is going to be the last generation, Jason. That's not what I suggested.
I'm not saying that it's the last generation.
Well, he is saying it's the last generation.
Oh,
We
there's
were talking
no
about them
way.
basically phasing out Xbox.
I didn't think that's phasing out as in, look, worst case scenario from my perspective looking at it is they're going to turn it into some sort of publishing brand that's on computer and all these other things, but console isn't going to be a thing. He thinks they're pulling out of Microsoft Gaming entirely.
Everything.
That they're just going to sunset the brand.
I maybe the look, like I mean, I think we said this last week. Because you guarantee they already have the next console in the works already. I mean, maybe they don't. Who knows? I mean, I don't know that. There's just a rumor, right? Because that's typical.
Yeah.
That's pretty typical. I mean, if they just cut all that loose now, that would be nuts. I mean, maybe they'd save money. I don't even know. Who knows how bad the financials really are? But I mean, so he's implying Microsoft's just going to get out of gaming entirely, or just the Xbox brand?
He says they don't say that, but that's what's happening. He went on to say, "I expect that the new CEO, Asa Sharma, her job is going to be as a palliative care doctor who slides Xbox gently into the night."
So, I mean, here's the thing. This is just what he's saying, and he's not saying he heard it from anybody inside per se, right? Or like, he's not naming names. It's just very rumor filled. But like, it's not outside the realm of reality. But I mean, that quick, I don't know. I think there's one more generation.
Well, he says something that was interesting. So let me read. Part of the problem here, according to Blackley, is that Microsoft head honcho Satya Nadella believes that AI will subsume games, like it will subsume everything. And that spells the end for traditional video game business, much of which Microsoft owns. So in that vein, I mean, we have had a lot of companies go hard down the AI route and then have to pull back because it hasn't produced the returns that they all thought it was going to. And this might be AI-motivated individuals in Microsoft thinking eventually this is all going to go away and maybe getting way ahead of themselves as opposed to the productivity that's going to result from AI and that it's going to replace everything. And maybe they're trying to burn everything down way before it's necessary, even if AI will replace gaming, so to speak.
Yeah.
Because we got response from IBM where they were going to start laying off a bunch of staff with AI and stuff. And at some point, they pulled back on that. And they were going to keep their staff because they're like, AI is not returning the investment we thought it was going to. It's not replacing jobs as much as we thought it was going to. And it seems like Microsoft might actually be thinking, well, AI is going to replace all this stuff, so this is going to be the last gen. And see, from that vein, I can see that as a possibility. Not, well, Xbox is losing money, so screw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That does make more sense.
Yes.
These are definitely not the actions of a company that is confident in the brand.
Oh no! Look, if Xbox had won this generation, I mean, I don't think this would be happening. Not like this. You know what I mean? Like there would be like, well, we're exploring AI, we're doing, but there would not be reports of like, yeah, they're gonna kill. Like no, it would be more like, well, how can we integrate AI? Which they're kind of saying, but like, had Xbox definitively won this generation, I don't think these kind of conversations would be had.
No. But, I mean, think about it. Putting in a lady that's from their AI division, in charge of Xbox.
With no experience of gaming.
Oh, that doesn't matter. Come on now. It's just games.
But as opposed to, well, we didn't win this generation, and we've been declining sales with our poor decisions by increasing the price of everything lately. We're just going to bail from it. And it's like, that seems really harsh, burn the bridge sort of strategy. That doesn't seem likely. Like, they could run profitable in third place for a while.
Oh, yeah.
But they don't seem intent on... like, all it takes is one banger console or enough... See, that's the funny thing. PS5 hasn't had so many banger first-party IPs that it clinched this victory. If Microsoft had huge, like 2 or 3 huge games to justify moving over to Microsoft, they could have easily taken control of this gen. But they didn't. Because PlayStation's bangers weren't even big enough to be undefeatable, so to speak.
Well, yeah,
we talked about that last week, where basically the PS5 users finally surpassed the PS4 users.
Yeah, on PSN. Yeah.
I mean, that's not a winning strategy for your next-gen console.
Well, it's a really good sign 5.5 years into the next generation of consoles. That's not a bad sign, is it?
It's worth pointing out that Blackley's comments go against the statements released by Microsoft in its announcement of the Xbox shakeup. Sharma has promised to deliver the return of Xbox, and as a part of that has vowed to re-engage with core Xbox fans. There was even a promise to commit to console, which is certainly a crowd-pleasing comment at the time, when so many Xbox fans feel disenfranchised with Microsoft's shifting strategy. As for Satya Nadella, he has said he was long on gaming and its role at the center of our consumer ambition, which doesn't sound like Xbox is sunsetting anytime soon. So this is really just a former Xbox creator looking at being like, well, they're just going to burn Xbox. And if you look abstractly from outside the company and you go, well, they're doing badly, they're increasing the price of everything, Game Pass has gone up, sales are down 30% year over year, like you might go, oh, well, is this the end of Xbox? If they pull off this level of success again next gen, maybe. But I still think we see another console out of them.
It would be that would be very surprising if they didn't.
Yes.
I mean, I could see that being the Steam / Game Pass console. I could see that. Like, whatever, fine. It's not just a straight up Xbox, but like, I
streaming box or something.
Yeah, but just straight up nothing. That would be incredibly surprising.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I would be shocked. Shocked, I say.
Like I said, these don't seem to be the actions of somebody that's confident in their brand. So I could see why somebody would look at this and say, it seems like they're getting rid of it.
Well, I went over the timeline last week on purpose. They made weird, unreasonable demands of profit of 30%, then increased the price of the console and Game Pass, which resulted in people just abandoning buying it overall, which resulted in the 30% decline of sales of the console. They didn't have banger first-party stuff. I mean, all of these can be explained by unreasonable expectations, not having big first-party IPs to justify the console purchase, and a lot of other things. Not we're setting the building on fire. Now, it doesn't look good.
No.
at all.
Say the least. Yeah, it's
But
not,
their
not
actions
a good-
make sense where it's like, well, I want 30% profit. And it's like, really?
Oh, on what planet?
Apparently, Bloodborne Remake was reportedly pitched by Bluepoint and accepted by Sony, but From Software turned it down. And people have been begging for a Bloodborne Remake or a Bloodborne 2. Like that, if anything, that's everybody's been hyped up and rumoring forever, it's that.
Mm-hmm.
And From Software is just not interested.
Interesting.
So weird.
Is there a reason why they wouldn't be interested? I understand why there might not be interest in doing a remake of Bloodborne. But it's been a long time and we haven't gotten a Bloodborne 2, which seems really odd. With as well as Bloodborne was received.
You're making this call from a consumer standpoint or even a corporate standpoint of this would earn a lot of money. Miyazaki's going to make whatever is going to excite him artistically.
Kind of an auteur.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe they said what they wanted to say with it and they have nothing else. I mean...
Maybe he's like, it's a rounded story. Why revisit the world? If you play one of the endings, you turn into a space god.
Turn into a squid.
Well, a nascent space god, a nascent Cthulhu, if you will.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everybody's like, well, I desperately want a Bloodborne 2, and Miyazaki's like, I've moved on, man. I've moved on to Elden Ring and other stuff.
George R. R. Martin's involved. Surely it'll be written soon. Oh.
The success of From Software, yeah, well. The success of From Software, a lot of it is all Miyazaki on his shoulders.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I remember goofy stories of him. He desperately, you know, the praise the sun thing where you put your palms down and you raise your arms. He wanted to put that as a gesture in Demon Souls, and the executives turned him down. Even though he went into their office and to demonstrate what it looked like, he would do it in front of them. And they were like, no. So for Dark Souls, he just snuck it in.
I'm not going to say anything.
And Dark Souls was a sleeper hit. It didn't hit really hard early on.
No,
it snuck in and then suddenly became this cult thing. And suddenly everybody was like, I need everything Dark Souls all of the time.
Praise the sun.
Praise the sun. So, I mean, he's going to do what he wants to. He made his Elden Ring and he had fun. And they're like, what about Elden Ring 2? And he's probably like, no. No interest. So, I mean, would it be a financially good idea? Yes. Would it be, do consumers want it desperately? Yes. Well, Miyazaki doesn't give a shit, so whatever.
By the time he retires, they're not going to want to revisit.
Maybe. Apparently, Avengers Doomsday gets shut out of the IMAX release. That's right. Doomsday wanted to launch on IMAX, but they instead have gone with Dune Part 3.
Oh.
Because they're both competing and releasing around the same time.
That seems... That's a bold choice.
The power of Marvel is not what it used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that a few years ago even? Jesus.
No.
It's interesting that they're expecting Dune 3 to do so much better over Marvel, that's the way they're going.
Dune's been earning money, Marvel hasn't.
Yeah. Right. That's why it's interesting.
Silver, do you remember disgraced actor Jonathan Majors?
Hold on. I bet I'll know his face.
Aang from
What?
Loki.
She doesn't
Aang the
care.
Conqueror from the Loki show.
She never watched
this
Loki.
guy. Yes, I know this guy.
Anyway, the really shitty villain in the Ant-Man. He was also in a World War II movie. He's been in other things. Anyway, he went to prison. Well, he was convicted for punching his girlfriend, essentially. And they dropped him as the main villain. He's going to be the new Thanos. And there was a lot of criticism that he sucked. I thought he was fine. I didn't think he was as engaging as Thanos, but it's hard to sell a big overarching villain of this new generation when he keeps losing. And they're like, well, there are different versions of him. It's like, well, that's not scary. Stop having him lose all the time. So they took his status away and he lost everything and everybody hates him. In a shocking, he's also from Creed 3. In a shocking, that's why I was so weirded out by you saying the Loki show. It's like, who gives a shit about the Loki show? Anyway.
Me!
In a shocking turn of events, he's coming back for a new film. And in confusing turn of events is going to be a Daily Wire film produced by Ben Shapiro.
Excuse me?
Super weird.
That's why I was like, huh? Yeah, they notoriously grabbed a hold of Gina Carano immediately after her cancellation because they're like, we don't agree with canceling people. And they made a movie with her. And it was this big sort of PR thing. I guess in a way, Jonathan Majors was canceled for actually hitting his girlfriend. Now, he did pay for his crime and was convicted. How long are we expected to drag somebody out because they did something I don't agree with, so they're forever being burned at the stake, I guess? Like, to some degree, I'm not super angry if he moves on. Like, I mean, as long as he paid for it, if he moves on and does movies and eventually regains trust, yeah, that's one thing. I mean, I love Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he definitely beat his wife.
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
So, maybe it's just weird. Daily Wire is the one that's like, we're going to do a movie with... And I know Ben Shapiro did a whole episode where he talked about it. I have not watched that to understand their reasoning behind, hey, let's grab up that disgraced guy who beat his girlfriend, get him in a picture. Is he doing the Hollywood Jew thing where he's like, get him in my picture? Anyway, I found that entertaining.